boys and girls. Okay, today's lesson is about classifying triangles based on their angles. And it's actually our TEK 4.6c. And so today you're going to be learning how to identify and describe right, acute, and obtuse angles, as well as classify them within a triangle. So, how are you going to show us? Well, by the end of the lesson, you're going to be able to correctly identify if an angle is acute, right, or obtuse, which we've already practiced, and then looking at it within a triangle, if a triangle is acute, obtuse, or a right triangle. So let's get started. Okay, so in your notes today, let's look and see what it says about an acute triangle. It says an acute triangle, all of the angles are acute, which means all the angles are what? Less than 90 degrees. So you might want to put this note up here. All angles less than 90 degrees. So for an acute triangle, all angles are less than 90 degrees. That's how we name it as an acute triangle. Okay, when you look at an obtuse triangle, one of the angles names it. Now, the other two angles are going to be acute. So two are acute, but the one that names it is the one that stands out, which is the obtuse. And the reason why this is all these angles up here are going to add up to 180 degrees. So if this one is 91, these two right here have to add up to 89, because 91 plus 89 should give me 180 degrees. I hope. Okay, so obtuse, there's only one angle and it's obtuse. The rest of them will be acute. On a right angle, there will be one angle that will have exactly 90 degrees. And sometimes they'll put a little box in it and sometimes they won't. Sometimes we have to measure it. So when we look at it, that means these two right here are going to be acute. So just know on all of these right here, two of them are going to be acute. It's that third one that names it. So the third one is either going to name it as an acute, or it's going to name it as obtuse, or it's going to name it as a right. Two of them are going to be acute, and one of them is going to name it. And then the last one, the equilateral triangle. In an equilateral triangle, all angles are 60 degrees. So why? Well, we talked about it earlier when we were talking about symmetry. Because we have three equal lengths. That means, just like a square, all three sides are the same. Remember, we have three lines of symmetry going through it, and so all angles are 60 degrees. So this one right here, you're not going to have, they're all three acute, but they're all three the same. So, is an equilateral triangle an acute triangle? Yes. Is an acute triangle an equilateral triangle? No. Not unless all three sides are 60 degrees. So again, acute, all angles are less than 90 degrees. Obtuse, one of the angles is greater than 90 degrees. Right, one of the angles is 90 degrees. And an equilateral triangle, all three of them are the same. They're all equal, hence equilateral, and they come out to 60 degrees. Okay, when naming a triangle, now we talked about naming an angle. Remember the angle sign for naming an angle looks just like an angle. And we name an angle according to whatever points. The middle point is either going to be named by itself, the vertex or the end point, or you start with one to the other and you leave the middle one in the middle. So naming a triangle is the same way. A triangle is a polygon, a closed figure with straight sides. And it has three sides and three angles. And you name a triangle by the vertices of its angle. So you can start anywhere you want to on here. but you're going to name all three of them at the same time. So this is a BAC, ACB, CBA, or you're going backwards, CAB, ABC, or BCA. And you put the little triangle sign right in front of it. An angle or a triangle, remember, can either be an acute, it can be an obtuse, or it can be right. But it is named by its prominent angle. Also remember, there's going to be two acute there on each one of them, so you have to find the one that stands out. An acute, all three of them are less than 90 degrees. An obtuse, one of them is greater than 90 degrees, the other two are acute angles. And a right, one of them is 90 degrees and the other two are acute. All right, see you later. Bye.